right, welcome back to the Rebel Rundown. This is episode 8. So we've been doing this for 8 months. Doesn't seem like that long.
It's not what my sheet says. My sheet says it's episode 3.
The sheet's back in time. It is episode 8. No Ben today. I've brought in a special guest, Genti.
Hello, everybody.
Most of you probably know her. She's a member here at the gym. She's a pretty gangster CrossFitter, weightlifter, super strong. She also coaches at CrossFit Soul Rebel Thornbury. So I don't know, maybe there might be some Thornbury listeners listening to this today. So
I'll pimp it out to you guys as well.
Yeah, you should. You should listen. Me and Ben do pretty funny episodes. So yeah, hopefully Genti brings us some more listeners.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I have quite the influence, quite the pull.
I think you do. I mean, I asked Genti to come on because I thought people would want to listen to her. So, yeah, hopefully this should be a good episode. We're going to hear a bit about her background. She's like been doing CrossFit for ages and just a health and fitness journey, a few fun facts, got some Instagram questions to ask her as well. So, should be a good episode.
Shall.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. A little bit nervous to see what you guys have to say, but it's cool. We'll work through it.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. First, we'll do our recap, like what we do always. So it's been pretty busy in the gym. I think mostly busy just in the back end of the gym. We've had a big switch over from like booking apps, so from Zenplanner to Fitbox. It's all gone super smooth, but it's been very busy in the back end. So that's been good. Whilst doing that, we went over everyone's attendances. So I got a few attendance shout outs to give to people. We've got Lucy and Steve Harvey, your mate Steve, over 2,000 classes, so that's pretty cool. Elsie, she's very close to 2,000. We've got Rizzy, Byron, Rose, Kathy, Scott Conley, and Ish are all over 1,000 classes as well. So that was one thing we did when we switched over is we looked at attendances. I think Genti's, I don't know what we put you at.
Oh, we don't count that.
Nah, well, we tried to figure out your like previous attendance as well.
Yeah, for you guys that may not know, I was like originally when I started CrossFit, I joined up this gym as a member back in 2017 and then kind of jumped around a little bit. So I think my attendance is going to be pieced together.
It's scattered.
Yeah.
So my attendance was actually better than everyone's. 27 classes is what I participated in. So if you're feeling bad about yourself and your attendance at the gym, I've only shown up 27 times apparently.
I'm surprised you've checked yourself in 27 times.
I haven't. I blame Katie or Andy. Nah, probably, I don't know. Because sometimes like in classes, if the coaches are in classes, occasionally like the coach will check them in, but usually not. Like I've done much more than 27 classes.
I'd be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah. So anyway, but that was very interesting. We also had Tess compete at 2 weightlifting comps. So she competed at Nationals, which was in Sydney about 3 weeks ago. Unfortunately, she bombed, so that was not ideal.
Happens to the best of us.
It sure does. So it was pretty cool to watch her out there anyway. And like it was the first comp she went to. She didn't have like Ben go with her. Maria went up with her. So yeah, that was interesting. And then just on Tuesday, she competed in Fiji at the Commonwealth Champs. So that was pretty cool.
She crushed it.
Yeah,
she did really well. The live stream was horrendous, but she did really well despite that. So
I know, we were like imitating the live stream and like people would just be like set up at the bar and then walking off, like you just would not see any of the lift.
We'll just wait for the white lights to come out and then be like, yeah.
So that was really cool. So she's still over there now. She has to stay with the Australian team for like the whole duration of the comp. So she'll be there all week, which is pretty cool. I competed at Unity CrossFit Comp. That was fun. And yeah, that's kind of all that's been going on. We've just been, I don't know, getting into training around here. We're week 7 of our cycle, which means that we're, over halfway through this cycle. So coming up next month, or I think, what's the middle? It's middle of September. So I think in November we move into our next cycle, which is the Perform training cycle. So that should be fun. Wrap up this one, see if everyone gets lots more PBs. And
are we leading up into some sort of like open training?
Yeah. So it goes. It was base was the first one, and then I think this one's build. Perform is the next one, which is it's going to see an increase in ollie lifts. We're still going to do our normal strengths. So like at the moment we're really focusing on like bench, squats, deadlift. So that'll continue, but an increase in ollie lifts, increase in gymnastics capacity. So at the moment we're doing more like gymnastics skill. So it'll move to gymnastics capacity and just like general work capacity. And then the cycle after perform is called compete.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so that one is just like, all out, like kind of peaking. Yep.
Also terrifying to think that we're already thinking about the
Right.
Open because it feels like it just passed. So this year has gone quick.
I know. I don't know. I feel like when I'm like 50 years old, that I'm going to blink and the year's going to be over because every single year the year goes faster.
I'm noticing that as well.
But I don't know. I'm only 24. Like, I don't know how there's any room
Well, I
for it
feel
to
like
go
I
quicker.
blinked and I went from 24 to 28. So
man.
it's only going to get worse from here, apparently.
Good luck. Yeah, seriously, I don't know how there's any room for any of that. One other thing coming up, probably before we do our next podcast, so we have the girls are competing in the butterfly effect this weekend. So Genti's on a team from Thornbury. Who's on your team?
Courtney and Hayley.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Not me, unfortunately.
No,
I would
different
have
Hayley.
loved to be on a team. But yeah, Courtney and Hayley from Thornbury, and then we have a team from Greensborough, which is Riss, Erin, and Coach Katie, who I miss Coach Katie.
We all miss Coach Katie.
Yeah, so she's going to be competing. So if you want to see Katie, you can go down and support the girls at Butterfly Effect. It's at CrossFit Richmond all day Sunday. So it should be good. It's like 4 events.
Yeah, I think it's 5 scored events, but 4 events in total.
Oh, okay,
I don't think there's a final or anything like that. It's
Yeah,
just
sweet.
one and done.
There's lots of teams. I was looking at the schedule
Yeah.
and it's like packed.
It is massive. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the event sold out like a couple of months before the event actually was intending to start. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, lots of people. Should be pretty full in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully enough space to wiggle around, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm hoping to be able to go out and just check it out.
Yeah.
Get FOMO. Wish I was on a team. Oh well, maybe another time. Yeah, and then in October, what do we have coming up? We've got Down Under, so that'll be fun. I'm going to go to Down Under, compete with Daisy on a pair. We're going to do a social event on that same weekend, so we'll probably be, you guys can put it in your diary, save the date. I think it's the 19th of October, we're going to do a barbie at the gym. So we'll get the spike ball out, maybe the cornholes out, have the barbecue out the front again. So that will be good fun. Hopefully it's good weather.
But you're not going to be here.
No, I won't be here. But I'm going to have mad FOMO. Cool. That's it. That's our recap. Let's get into Genti.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. I mean, I've never interviewed anyone, so
I don't know, I'm really nervous.
yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll give it a go. Genti, just tell us about yourself. What do you do? What's your background? What's your history? What have you got?
Man, all right.
What's your name? Start with that.
Yeah, actually, for those of you that may not know, my name is Genti. Full name, Gentiana. Now you know how to pronounce it. You're welcome.
Genti with a hard G.
G sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I have had a pretty long, I guess, like stint in the fitness industry or like the athletics world. But prior to doing CrossFit, I was a cheerleader for 7 years, and then kind of found out about CrossFit like most people by just like watching the CrossFit games and stuff like that, and then decided to just give it a shot. And then once I did that, it kind of just like a cult, you get sucked in and then you stay in there. But yeah, in terms of like athletic ability, I've never really been a fit person prior to obviously cheer.
Oh, okay.
But I think,
I'm like, what do you mean?
No, not now. But I think, once I started CrossFit, I was like, oh, okay, this is something that I can actually see myself doing long term. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
I just ended up staying in here.
So when did you start cheerleading?
Cheerleading was like when I was in year 7.
Okay.
So I would have been like 13.
And you didn't really do anything in like primary school?
I didn't do anything other than that because I grew up overseas.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm originally from Kosovo.
Okay.
So
Where's that?
That is like Southeast Europe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty different in terms of like we moved around a lot when I was younger and stuff, so I never really had a chance to settle and find my niche when it comes to sport and all that. So once I came to Australia, I always wanted to get into gymnastics like so badly. As a kid, I was like yelling at my mom to take me into gymnastics, but I think at that point I was like a smidge too old. I was like
okay.
11, 12 years old, and mum's like, you're not going to start gymnastics now because
You're not going to the Olympics.
Yeah,
Genti.
exactly.
You need to do that when you're 5.
Yeah, so I think that was her idea of it. And then I think as a byproduct of that, I was like, okay, well, the next best thing is cheerleading. So then
Yeah,
I
cool.
kind of showed my mum that, and she was like, oh, we could probably get you into that. So I did cheer from the ages of 13 to 20.
Okay.
So I
Was that like club cheer? Like.
So it's all-star cheerleading.
Yeah.
It's like competitive cheer.
Yeah.
So they're 2-minute 30 routines that have stunts, tumbling, dance, jumps, like everything. I even competed in Texas in 2014, I think it was, 2014, 2015. Competed in Texas at one of the competitions over there. So it was definitely a different time, but it was a good time.
Yeah, that does sound fun. I was always jealous of the girls at like my school who got to do cheer.
Yeah.
It looked like so much fun.
I definitely I don't know much about how the school cheer kind of stuff.
Well, we had a cheerleading club in our town.
Yeah, cool.
That started probably when I was in maybe like year 8 or something.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But
Why didn't you?
because I was too busy skiing. I couldn't do anything. And I already did dancing. My parents, there was too many things.
Yeah.
It's expensive, all that stuff.
It is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was probably another thing, like gymnastics, cheer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're super expensive sports to do as a kid. So.
They are. Like, I feel like, doing soccer and stuff like that, it's not quite as expensive as like dancing.
Yes. Yeah, you look at a single like costume that you have to wear, and it's
Yeah.
like upwards of $300, and you're
Literally.
like, all right, cool.
And you're paying for like, tuition for classes like $500 a term or something like
minimum.
that.
Minimum.
That's a lot of money for a child.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. But yeah.
anyway, that's cool. So what got you into CrossFit? Like, why did you transition from cheer to CrossFit?
I think it was mainly like I got to a point where I think most cheerleaders start to retire around the age of 20, and I just needed something else to keep me like a little bit more motivated and keep me fit, because when I was in cheer I was a base, so I threw people in the air.
Okay.
And I think a big part of that was then like, cool, what can I do that is something
Ooh,
similar?
weightlifting.
Yeah, so I was just like, let's pick up a bar instead.
Yeah, right.
So I think coming in, and Coach Ali from Thornbury, she used to work here, and she actually took me through my first ever consultation here. So she guided me through everything, and she was like, are you sure you haven't done CrossFit before? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't. I'm like, I've just watched a lot of it.
How full circle is that? That like that was your first session, and now you've ended up in Thornbury where they run the gym out there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so I've known these people for a really long time, but that was the main thing. It was just like, what else can I do that's going to help me maintain my strength and fitness? And I think a good all-rounder to that was just doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly. It's a good way, and it's structured. That's one thing I love about CrossFit is like, and that's sort of why I didn't really know what CrossFit was, but I just wanted like a group fitness situation thing, so that I could come in and just like learn from someone else, like because otherwise I'd end up doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, completely agree.
Yeah. So that was 2017. So how many years is that? 18.
Can't do math on that. 8 years? No? 8 years?
Yeah. Okay.
8 years?
7, 8.
Something like that.
Yeah, like 8 years. Well, so hopefully it's not too noisy down here. Ben said we should do it downstairs to get some sun, and then it started raining, and now it's really windy. So don't mind the noise in the background. Cool. So 8 years of CrossFit. What's your favourite thing about CrossFit?
It's so cliche, but I definitely think it's the community aspect of it. Like, people call it a cult for a reason, and honestly, I don't even care if that's the case, but like, you do really create some really good friendships, and they do tend to stick around for a really long time. So a big part of that is just like keeping yourself accountable, and like you look forward to coming into training because you see the people that you want to see every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely one of the best parts of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, aside from, like hitting a good workout and walking out of here like super just like proud of what you did, and like good, endorphins running through and stuff like that. But yeah, I think community is a big
100%.
aspect. Yeah.
I know when I was like training, like just in classes when I first started CrossFit, I'd get FOMO. Like I would not have rest days because I'd look at the workout and just be like, I need to do that workout and I want to go see my friends. Like, you feel that?
Yeah, you see a workout that's written up and you're just like, oh, like I really want to do, I don't know, those power cleans, but you're like, no, it's a rest day today, but I really want to do the power cleans.
Literally, I'm like, that workout looks like so much fun.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. No, that's sweet. And so what got you into coaching? Like, when did you start coaching CrossFit?
I ended up getting into coaching straight after COVID. So prior to COVID, I worked various different jobs. Like I've got my real estate license.
Oh,
I was
really?
working in real estate for a while.
House seller.
And then leasing. Working rentals.
House leaser. Do you have to be like a bit better to sell the houses? Or
It's the same. It's the same degree, like the same like certification. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I did that for
less
a while.
Glamorous, the leasing
Yeah,
side.
it's way less glamorous.
Oh.
And then after that, I worked in home loan management for a while,
Okay.
and that was primarily what I did throughout COVID. So
Yeah.
I was working obviously from home, and then I kind of got to a stage with that where I was like, I'm not getting any joy from what I'm doing. Like it's all very automated and like there's nothing exciting about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, well, what can I do to, progress my training and make me, more passionate towards what I'm actually doing? And I think like a easier transition to that was to get into coaching.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that was the right call to make at the time, because it's made me realize like how much I actually do appreciate, as much as people are like, oh God, I hate people. Like deep down, I don't think I'm that type of person where I'm like, I might occasionally be like, oh God, that person's pissing me off. But deep down, I really enjoy people.
Yeah.
I love being around people. I
Yeah.
love helping them. And I think that's kind of like what led me in that direction.
Yeah, right.
So I've been coaching for just over 3 years now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so you were coaching, you've coached at a couple different gyms, or just Oxygen and now?
Yeah, so just CrossFit Oxygen back in the day. I think they're de-affiliated now.
Okay.
They were based in Ringwood, and then I just moved straight over to CrossFit Soul Rebel in Thornbury.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I've been there for nearly 2 years now.
Yes. Wow.
Shit, that
time
went
flies.
quick.
Yeah. They're a good gym out there.
Yeah.
I love the Thornbury people.
Yeah,
they're
they're good.
awesome.
They're awesome.
Yeah, Ben and Ali, they're great.
Yeah.
I wish we could spend more time together.
I agree. I think making more of a sister gym kind of situation and seeing if we can get both
Just
gyms
making
more.
rules here, guys.
Yeah.
Not that we don't have any authority.
Both Bens are sitting in the back
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Shut up, girls.
But I think it would be really cool even just to have a few more events where both the gyms
Yeah.
come together and stuff. I think that'd be a great
Well,
way to do
last
it.
week, on Thursday, Ben Breen came out and trained out here and did some work with us. It was just so much fun.
Yeah.
I had a great time, and I didn't even get to train with them. I just watched and made a reel that I haven't even made, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
And they're just such fun people.
Honestly, both groups, training here, I love it. Working over there, I love it. The people are so similar, and I
Yeah.
think that's what makes it really enjoyable as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good fun.
Yeah.
So you said the people. I don't know if I asked you this question, but you did say you like people. What's your favorite thing about being a CrossFit coach? You could say people again or something else.
Yeah, I guess the side of helping people get through things. So
Yeah.
whether it is helping them get a new skill or figuring out that they're more capable of doing something that they originally thought, that kind of stuff is really cool to see, especially if they come up to you and have a conversation with you personally to be like, you helped me do this. And
Yeah.
you just sit there and you go, shit, me as a person, I helped you do that. And it's just a really nice feeling to be able to have those types of conversations with people. So I think that's definitely one of the main things I love about it, is just being able to help people feel better.
Yeah.
Long story
100%.
short, yeah.
Yeah, and just help people to come in the gym and walk out with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of my favorite things about being a coach is you can just doesn't really matter what they've done before that. They can come in and you can try and turn their day around.
Yeah, absolutely. And people come to the gym because that's their hour of their day that they get to themselves.
Yeah.
And you make it the best hour of their day as well. So it's that's such a cool thing that they can walk in through those doors.
Yeah.
And then this is their happy place.
100%.
And that's just that's a powerful thing to be able to be my job isn't just being a coach. It's actually making people, making people better to live their lives in a better way as well, which is really cool.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Being a coach is pretty cool. Now, I was going to ask you this anyway, and then there was also a question on Instagram about what's a day in your life look like? What's your training like? What's your coaching? How much do you coach? I know you're studying as well. Tell us a day in the life, and we can just sort of butt in wherever.
It's pretty sporadic. Most days look pretty different, but either way, it's either coaching classes or coaching a few classes and then doing admin work for Thornbury, then finding time to study in between somewhere.
So you're studying nursing?
I'm studying nursing at the moment, correct. And yeah, just trying to find, because some days are split shifts. I'll work in the morning, I'll work again at night.
Oh yeah, right.
Some days I might just do mornings and then I'll have an opportunity to train at night. So I think it's just more so finding a time where I'm not busy to just squeeze my training in.
Yeah.
And it didn't always used to be like that, but I think I'm having to be a bit more intentional at the moment, especially because like I've only started studying a few months ago, so it's all very new to me. But I think, going down from, I don't know, training 3-4 hours a day to then just being like, no, we're going to maybe do 2 hours tops, like, and that's on a good day. It's been quite a change, but obviously a very necessary one, because otherwise there's not enough time in the day to fit in the study as well. So most of the time it'll be like, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 7 hours of work in a day, 4-ish hours of study, and then whatever time I have left over.
4 hours of study in a day.
Yeah.
Are you studying full time?
Pretty much full time, yeah.
Oh my God, wow.
I went head first, man.
That's good, keep going.
Oh, it's been a struggle, especially not having studied for like 8 years.
What uni is it?
Swinburne.
Online?
I'm doing like half online, half, well, not even half. It's like mainly online with some face-to-face stuff.
How often do you have to go face-to-face?
Every couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
It's not a big, there's some classes that'll be face-to-face, but only because of the practical element, obviously, to nursing. Yeah. So I think in the lead up, closer towards the start of next year, it'll probably be a little bit more face-to-face stuff.
And then you'll do like placement and stuff.
Yeah, of course, and then whatever time I have left over, I just train and then sleep in whatever time is left over after that.
So you're training like 5 days a week for like 1 to 2 hours, or what's?
I would probably say at the moment anywhere from 5 to 6 times a week. And it'll be either just coming in for the CrossFit class and then doing like the additional work outside of the CrossFit class for like open gym and stuff like that. So I'd probably say like an hour and a half to 2 hours most days. I'll have a complete rest day at least once a week. But it just depends on how intense training has been that week, whether or not I decide to have an extra rest day.
What day's your rest day? Because you always train Sundays.
Yeah, I train, not always. Sometimes lately, I've been doing skill work on Sundays.
She just loves Sundays. Sundays in here are like a vibe, so Genti's like, I have to go.
Honestly, I came in once and I was like, damn it, now I have to come in every time.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I usually will have definitely a rest day on Thursdays. Like,
okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, Thursdays are a rest day for me, and then it just depends on whether or not I'm going to be resting on Sunday or not.
Okay.
If I do, then I'll still go for like a really nice long walk somewhere, or I'll do something active. But not like active/strenuous, like going for like a 3K swim like you would is not active recovery to me.
I don't swim 3K, not quite, maybe like 1.
But that to me is like not active recovery, that's like a straight up workout. So for me, active recovery is just like getting my hands and my feet to touch.
Don't invite Genti to come swimming 3K on a Sunday, you will be rejected.
I'd be lucky if I could swim a K in 40 minutes, honestly. I'm dreadful.
Oh really?
Dreadful.
We should go swimming.
I would like that. Because I don't know, my legs are super heavy, I swim diagonally.
Oh yeah. I've been working a lot on like trying to float.
Yeah. I would honestly.
All right, let's go swimming.
I think that would be a good idea.
Cool. Well,
but yeah, that's,
anyone else can come too if they want.
Yeah, hit us up, let us know.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so so that's a lot of work, a lot of training, a lot of study, man.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, it might not be 4 hours every single day, but like I will try to aim for at least 3 to 4 hours, because I feel like that's the most I can get out of it.
What time do you wake up when you're not working?
It depends. If I'm not working, I'd probably say like 7:30, 8 o'clock is like the latest I would probably wake up. But yeah, if I could wake up on average 6 o'clock, 4:30 if I'm taking morning classes.
How many mornings do you take?
Only one at the moment, which is really nice. It's very good. You take none?
Yeah.
Oh my God, for a second I thought you said 9. And I was like, that's
not
more
even
days.
9 days in the week. No, I take 0.
That's so good.
Yeah, until next week. Then I'm back on Fridays. But yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it is really nice, because getting that extra few hours of sleep in, it makes a huge difference as well.
Morning people are just crazy. Like I was always like, yeah, I could train in the morning. And then when I was on placement, I like had to train in the mornings. And I didn't mind it, but man, I have never ever like snoozed my alarm ever in my life. Like I open my eyes and I'm like, I'm ready to go. But I would get to like Thursday and be like, oh, I can't get up.
I think there's like a weather element to it as well.
If you're
doing that through winter, I have like mad props to the guys that come in 5:30 for winter classes, because even getting up once a week to coach those morning classes is hard enough. So you guys are
like people like Al. She'll have a day off and she'll be in here at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah. You got to be a morning person for that.
Yeah, I thought I was a morning person, but not. I can get up at 5:30 and go and sit at my table and do uni. Though.
Yeah. I think training's different, especially if you're hitting something heavy in the morning, or like you got, I don't know, a 1 rep max deadlift. Hitting that at 5:30 a.m. That's a different ballgame.
Seriously, props to you guys who get up early. 6:40 people, like that's a bit easier, but like props to you too. 5:30 a.m.ers, you guys are absolute gangsters. I've got mad respect. All right, cool. Well, that's a day in your life. That's good.
Yeah.
Sounds busy. Busy. Being a coach is hard because it's like, it's fun, but it's also hard because you do have like split shifts. You're not just working 9 to 5 every day.
Absolutely. And like hours change. You might have PTs that randomly come in during the week, or like they'll cancel or whatever it is. So times do change quite a bit, and you just have to be willing to accept the changes.
Yeah, legit. And there's just like so many different parts of the job. Like you spend time coaching and then like do a whole lot of admin like on the computer work, and it's just...
People don't realize how much admin there is actually to a gym scenario.
Literally.
So there's a lot of stuff to get through. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll move on to my next topic, which is about competitions, because you've done a fair few competitions in your time.
I have.
You've done both CrossFit, weightlifting, you've done a few other ones too. So I kind of want to hear about that. First thing, how important is competing to you? So like you probably competed in cheer, like was that just in CrossFit, like you're like, oh well, I was competing before, should I just keep competing? Or
I think there's definitely an element to that. I have always been a super competitive person. And I don't rely on competition to get me through training, but I love having things to look forward to. So it's like every time I go in for a training session, I like knowing that I'm training for a reason. And I know for a lot of people, like they train for longevity, for health, which is absolutely a part of why I do it as well. But I think the extra element of being like, oh, at the end of the month, I have this to look forward to. It gives me that extra little bit of boost where I can be like, okay, like you can focus on this, this, and this, and then you get something exciting to look forward to at the end of it.
Because competing is just fun.
It's so much fun. And I think if anybody is relatively new to CrossFit and you are considering it, like I'd highly recommend just jumping in and doing one for fun and just seeing how you go. Like
legit. I'm really excited to see, this is slightly off topic, we'll come back in a second. I'm excited to see everyone at the Ocean Grove comp.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing.
We've got so many teams going to Ocean Grove, which is in November. And like, I think majority of the people have done a competition before, but then there's also a fair few like newbies. So I'm super excited for that.
It's really cool, and it's a partner comp as well. So it's like you can always just bounce off your partner and just have some fun with it. So it's going to be awesome.
No, that'll be fun. So would you say like competing creates like a bit of motivation for you in a way?
Oh, for sure. I think like obviously training is just like, for me personally, it's just discipline. I know that I have set times that I go in and train, and that's an appointment that I don't miss. Like I just go in and I get it done. But I definitely think that it creates motivation because, like I said, there's something to look forward to at the end. And if I didn't have that, I don't think I would be as excited to train.
Okay. Yeah, right. You just show up and train anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
She'd just be excited to train because she would get to see all her friends.
Yeah, exactly. I walk in here and I'll be like, oh my God, Hayley.
Yeah. But then she'd hear that I was playing Taylor Swift and she'd be like, just kidding, I'm going home.
So as I walk in this country playing, I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Today she walked in and it was the wheels on the bus go round and round. So take your pick, Genti. You never know what you're going to get in here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Yeah.
Cool. So what competitions have you done? Like, tell us all of them.
Look,
not like the specific ones, but the types.
I've done a whole bunch of like local CrossFit comps, obviously. I've gone to Torian twice with the teams, like the RX team division. Did that. I've competed in weightlifting comps. I've been to nationals 3 times. And have podiumed every time I've been at nationals, which is really cool.
That is pretty
actually,
cool.
I've come first once, second once, and third once as well.
Oh, she's had the whole podium.
We had the whole podium.
You better not go again because you'll probably come 4th. Just kidding.
Yeah,
back to the top.
We cycle through and then get back to the top.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I've recently gotten into powerlifting as well, and I did my first powerlifting meet about maybe a month and a bit ago now.
Yeah. Tell us what you lifted.
I ended up with a 145 squat, a 85 bench, and then a 190 deadlift, which is pretty cool.
190. She nearly did 200.
Yeah,
Holy
so
moly.
I only found out that the Australian record for that, for the tested federation is 200. Sorry, is 195. So for the next comp, I want to aim for 200 and see if we can break the Australian record. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Have you like registered for one yet, or you don't know when you
Not yet. Probably towards the start of next year, just because I want to have some prep time leading up into it. So I want to do an actual like 8 to 12 week powerlifting cycle and then and then see how I go from there. So that'll be cool.
That's so cool.
And then to top all that off, next month I'm doing a strongman competition as well.
Yeah,
so,
right. Have you been training for that? I saw you using the yoke the other day.
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. So like once, maybe twice a week, I've been trying to just familiarize myself with some of the events that are happening because the events have been released.
Oh, they have. Where is it?
It's at Iron Revolution.
In Melbourne somewhere. Where's that?
I want to say it's in Kilsyth.
Not that I know where that is.
But yeah, it's pretty far away. It sounds like it's far away.
Can't talk shit about different suburbs like last time. Where is it?
Yeah, Kilsyth. I think I want to say potentially northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But
anyway, so they've released the workouts.
They've released the workouts.
What are
they? There's yoke carry in there. The yoke is 240 kilos, which is astronomically heavy for distance. So it's 10 meters up, 10 meters back for time.
Oh, okay. For speed and distance.
For speed and distance. And then there's a farmer's carry, 80 kilos in each hand.
Yep.
And that is, you cover a certain distance, and then once you get to the end, you do a hold. And that hold is what counts towards your score.
Oh, really? So like max hold.
Yeah.
What if you're there for like 10 minutes?
I don't know, man. With 160 kilos in your hand, maybe not.
Stop using your frog grips though, because they're not helping you grip.
Legit. It's been a lesson to learn. But yeah, other than that, there's something called a barry carry, which is kind of like a big long cylinder, and you wrap your hands around it like a sandbag carry.
Sandbag carry sort of thing.
But just a little bit.
How heavy is that?
85 kilos.
Okay.
But I think it's a little bit harder in the sense of it's skinnier, so you have to like aggressively pull it into your body, so it gets pretty rough on the breathing side of it.
Okay.
It presses down on the bladder and everything apparently as well. So haven't tested it yet, but I'm gonna hit up Iron Revolution soon with a couple of my mates who are currently in Strongman who have been awesome to help me out as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Are they going to make you like clean and jerk a log or something?
We've got normal clean and jerks with a regular barbell.
Really?
I'm getting very fortunate. So there's three attempts at basically a max ground to overhead. So hopefully I'll do really well in that event.
Because like other people wouldn't even know how to, there's like a bit of skill.
Yeah, there's a lot of skill involved, I think, especially because people are used to like either an axle bar where you get to rest it on your stomach or whatever it is. But yeah, so there's that event as well, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And I believe there's one more that is not currently in my brain, but yeah, like they're pretty cool events. So I'm not expecting anything. Like they're really challenging movements. The yoke is such a skillful thing to use that like it takes quite a bit of time, and 240 kilos on your back is a lot of weight. So it's a lot of compression.
It all sounds very heavy.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Yeah,
that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Once I find out where Kilsyth is, I'll see if I can come and watch.
I want to say it's probably like 30-40 minutes away from here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite comp to do?
Or in terms of sport in general, or like
maybe both.
Yeah.
Give us like just do you prefer CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting, and then give us like a specific comp?
Okay, I think out of all of them so far, I have preferred CrossFit only because there's a lot, like the margin for error is quite big.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you can afford to make mistakes, you can afford to have a bit more fun with it. Whereas,
a little less stressful.
Yeah, exactly. And like weightlifting is the polar opposite. It's like you're 1 millimeter out in your snatch and you've bombed out. So I think it's one of those things where like it determines mentally like where you're at. But I think I'd probably prefer CrossFit, and honestly, I just love doing a good local comp. Like if a local comp is run really well and like it's on time and the workouts are good, there's nothing more exciting than just going to a comp and like befriending the people that you're competing against.
100%.
And like you just create so many good friendships that way as well. And it's just a fun time.
It is.
Yeah.
Local comps are good.
Yeah.
Good fun.
They are good fun, but you're too good for them now. So.
No, I'm not. What do you mean? We came second in the last time we did. Local comps are sick. I'm so excited for Down Under though. That'll be fun.
I can't wait to watch you guys do that.
I'm a bit nervous. Me and Daisy were doing synchro stuff on Saturday, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to let this girl down. But then we were actually fine because it was thrusters, and I'm good at thrusters. Yeah. So I was like, hopefully there's thrusters, something that she's not going to be waiting for me on.
I think you guys
and running.
You guys are a really good match. I think you guys pair up really well.
We get along pretty well, and it'll be good fun. I'm super excited. Yeah,
I'm excited for you. I'm bummed that I can't make it this time around.
Yeah.
But I wasn't organised enough with booking myself tickets and stuff. So I'll just have to settle for the live stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put it on the TV while you play some spike ball.
Yeah, perfect.
And eat a sausage. Cool. All right. Well, let's do our Instagram questions.
Hell yeah.
We'll start with some more serious ones, and then we'll
Yeah.
go to the funny ones at the
Cool.
end. So, first one, what has your journey with body image and self-confidence been like? Do you have any tips to help improve and overcome it? I did bad on the typing here. That's the first question.
Oh God, as ironic as it sounds, just stop giving a shit about what people think. It's been a really, really long process for me, and I've always been super open with my like health, mental struggles and stuff like that. And you know, I struggled from disordered eating for a really long time. I probably was diagnosed for about 8 or 9 years.
Really?
And I had an array of different types of eating disorders, and they kind of transitioned into each other throughout the years.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's been a really long time coming where I've actually just finally been like, no, there's no need to keep comparing myself to other people when there's amazing stuff that I can do in the gym. So I think a big shift in my mindset has been not looking at what my body looks like, but seeing at what my body is able to do. So that was the biggest shift that I had.
Yeah.
And even to this day, there's a lot of wind.
Sorry, everybody.
Even to this day, I think like I have more good days than I do bad days, and I'm very thankful for that. But I don't think it's necessarily like, I think a lot of people, especially on social media now, you see the word body positivity thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
And I can't sit here and be like, I am all for body positivity, because I would be very hypocritical of saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm very much for body neutrality. And it's just like, cool, like my body is what it is. There's going to be days where I'm like, I love the way that looks. There's going to be days where I'm like, that could use some improvement. But at the end of the day, that doesn't take away from the stuff that I can do.
100%.
And that's been years of therapy, and that's been years of me trying to kind of like work through that stuff as well.
Yeah.
But joining CrossFit was definitely one of the better things that I've done to aid in that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many aspects to CrossFit that you can master that, like, you know, you look at, you know, somebody who can do ring muscle ups and they can also snatch 80 kilos. And it's like, there's such a wide variety of things that you can do that it's hard to sit there and be disappointed in what you look like
100%.
when there's all these awesome things that you can do that others might not be able to.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. That's good answer.
Yeah, so just be super thankful for your body and having an ability to come into the gym and you have working limbs and you have everything that you could possibly need to just, you know, come in and just be able to do what you can and appreciate what your body can do.
Yeah, because it can do some awesome things. Like you just, like look around at the gym and there's like, it was funny, I was at the track yesterday and I don't know, this might be kind of weird, but this was a thought I had. This like, older lady, like I was literally doing hammy walks.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was doing lunge and twist.
Okay.
Right? And she walked past me and she's like, I used to be able to do stuff like that when I was your age.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, you're doing good. Like you're out here, you walk around the track.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine if she knew what I actually do.
Yeah.
Like I was there just lunging and twisting. And I was like, imagine if she knew that, because like it still amazes me that like the stuff that you can achieve in here. I'm like, I can do ring muscle ups, like I can do bar muscle ups. Like she doesn't know that.
You could have turned around and started handstand walking that entire length of the track field, and she would have been like, what the hell?
So it's just like crazy. Like there's so many things in here that you can achieve, and like, you know, it's like I look at you like doing ring muscle ups the other day. I'm like, she's a badass.
We're trying.
Yeah, you are a badass. It's cool. I like it. And it's just like good to work on things and fuel your body so that you can actually like be strong and have energy. Like that's what's really important. Like I was talking to a member this morning about making sure that you actually fuel your body, because if you're not, you come in here and you try and train and you just like have no energy.
Yeah, and there's a massive, massive connection and heaps of like scientific journals and stuff that have come out about the connection that your mind has to your gut. And if you are not fueling yourself correctly, that is naturally going to lead to a more detrimental, like, you know, method of thinking as well. So just being able to eat well and train well and just be thankful for what your body can do, 100%. That you're already 3 steps ahead of anybody else that might be having some negative thoughts about it. So.
Literally. And fuel your mind too, because like if you've got a job where you've got to think a lot, like you're still using energy and you need like food to actually be able to think and process information. And
Every single thing requires energy, guys. Even if you're breathing, that still requires energy.
Literally.
So fuel yourselves.
Yeah, but still come and train.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Very good. Good answer. All right, next question. What was your biggest rookie mistake in your CrossFit journey?
Oh, God. Doing too much too soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
think I think like when you get into CrossFit, there's all these movements, there's hundreds of movements that get thrown at you, and you want to get really good at all of them all at once.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had like a little stint when I first started of just like, I don't know, getting little niggles here and there because I was just trying to do too much all at once. I wanted handstands, I wanted like pull-ups, I wanted like all the really cool skills, but I wasn't foundationally strong enough to do that yet. So
100%.
it was more so just about taking a step back, build your base, build your foundation, and then upon that massive foundation, you can build all those other little skills. So yeah, if you're new to CrossFit, start off slower than you want to, because in the long run, you're going to end up progressing faster than somebody who would have done everything at the start.
And like, unfortunately, everything just takes time.
Yes.
So you're probably like, there's no cheat code. No. Unless you're like some really talented like person with like a crazy genetic background or something.
Or you're taking performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
and then,
that's a cheat code.
Don't do that though.
No.
But
yeah, there's no cheat code. Like, even if you think like, I'm just gonna only work on bar muscle ups forever and never do a strict pull up, and it doesn't matter about my strict pull ups because I'll have bar muscle ups. Like, you're gonna get injured, your bar muscle ups are gonna be hard, you're not gonna be able to do them under fatigue, like you're gonna have to go back and get stronger anyway.
Absolutely, you'll end up with, you know, torn shoulders that you're gonna then have to strengthen and rehab after anyway. So just, be smart about it, start off slow and progress from there. Yeah.
Good tip. What's your favorite inspirational quote and why? If you've got one.
I don't think I necessarily have one. Honestly, I don't know many people that have a specific quote that they live by, but...
When I read that, I was like, I don't have a quote, but I could tell you like one thing that's good.
What's good? What's good for you?
Stevie J last night, he wrote on a whiteboard, and I was like, I like that, because I think about that often. He wrote, because they've been doing like, those of you at the gym, you probably know Stevie J and Mel, and Charles has been doing them too. They've been doing these like Hyrox training workouts, and they're all like super long. And last night in open gym, their workout was like 3K run, 100 lunges, 100 burpees, like 2K run.
I did see
75
that. It was
lunges,
a very long
75
workout.
burpees, and then like 1K run, 50 lunges, 50 burpees.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wrote on it, he got another whiteboard out, and I was like, Stevie J, what are you doing today? And he just showed me the whiteboard that said, what did it say? Stay calm and chip away.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I was like, that's like all I thought in that quarterfinals workout with the burpee box jump overs was just like, stay calm, stay calm.
I was hyperventilating in that workout.
You're like, I wasn't thinking that. You needed to stay calm, that's why.
I needed. Well, look, I've got a couple of quotes tattooed on me, and I wouldn't necessarily say that they're like, you know, I live and die by them, but one of them is from Nelson Mandela, and it always seems impossible until it's done. And I think
got quotes tattooed on her. I
do.
can't believe you're telling me you don't have quotes.
But that quote I think is really cool because it just kind of reminds you of just like, even if it feels like you're super far away from a goal, is that it's always attainable. And like once you do get it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I thought that I wasn't able to do it.
That's actually a really good quote.
So I think, that's a cool one. And then I also have bite the bullet tattooed on me because I've always been a very cautious person. I've never been reckless. And I think that's led me to live a very safe life. And lately I've been kind of getting outside of my comfort zone a lot. And anytime I get myself in a situation where I'm like, oh, should I just be doing this? And I'll just be like, yeah, just bite the bullet, just do it. So I think, I
like that
too.
too.
Lately I've been kind of finding myself just biting the bullet a little bit more.
So you have those both tattooed on you?
I do.
That's fun. Yeah. Where are they?
The Nelson Mandela quote is on my leg,
Yeah.
and then bite the bullet is on my back.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
They're both actually really good.
You're welcome.
That was the greatest question ever. My quote's, sorry Stevie J, I'm quoting you, but I might start quoting Nelson Mandela instead. That's good. So yeah, and you explained why. I like those quotes.
No, you're welcome.
Tessa has a good quote too, but I can't remember it. It's very long.
Maybe you should just take all of our quotes and tattoo them on yourself.
I will.
Yeah.
Maybe face tat.
Face ones, yeah.
I won't even need to talk. No, I won't be able to do that. All right. What motivates you the most in training?
I think we've touched on that a little bit, and I think like you said, competition's a massive one in that. But I just love unlocking new skills. I love like unlocking new numbers and just having the next thing to work on. So I think my motivation just stems from like, okay, what's the next thing that I can accomplish? And then like that's the thing that I'm working towards. So yeah, I guess that's the main kind of thing that keeps me coming in here.
Always getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn right. Lifting heavier weights, learning new skills.
Yeah,
Just having
and
fun.
there's always going to be something that you can go heavier in, and there's always going to be something that you can get better at in terms of gymnastics. So.
Yeah, and you can always get fitter too.
Yes, very true.
There's all the things.
Yeah,
you
so
can
like
never just win CrossFit unless you T2 me. But even she somehow finds ways to get better.
Yeah, true. Touche.
Literally. All right. Would you rather be known as a half squatter or a rep shaver?
I'm not gonna lie, when you showed me these questions yesterday, that was the first one that I looked at and I was like, this is a hard question.
Right? Neither.
They're both pretty rough. But I think if I had to, I would probably choose half squatter.
Really?
Yeah. I think like deep down, I can justify a half squat if I'm like working on power or I'm working on like, you know what I mean?
Or you've got an injury maybe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've got, I don't know, bursitis in my hip. I can't go full depth, so half squat it is. Or like I'm working on really nice fast power
my
output.
mobility's just trash. I can't squat any lower.
Like maybe I'm working on acceleration and half squats are the way to do it. So
Plyo's just always.
Yeah, that's me justifying it though, but I'd probably say half squatter.
Just so you know, Genti's not a half squatter. She's
No,
done very good squats.
She's very much sits on the ground between each rep.
Yes, but she can do good powers too. All right, good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was like maybe a rep shaver but no, rep shavers, because the thing is if you're a half squatter, you're only a half squatter in your squats. But if you're a rep shaver, you could be rep shaving squats and everything else too.
Exactly, and I feel like rep shaving is a lot more secretive. Like if you're half squatting, people are going to see you're half squatting.
Yeah, true. Okay, good answer. Would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized horses or one horse-sized chicken?
It's another goodie. I don't know if you guys have had much of a pleasure of playing around the chickens before, but they're pretty vicious. And I think I'd be more likely to take on 100 chicken-sized horses because one horse-sized chicken is like a velociraptor. Like that thing would take you out.
Literally.
So I'm probably going to go.
I reckon chicken-sized horses would be really cute too. They're like puppies.
Yeah, they're true.
Yeah. Like I think that's an easy one, right? Like imagine little cute little ponies.
Yeah, but you'd have to fight them still though.
But how would they really attack you?
Yeah, I don't know. Nibble at your ankles.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, good answer. Well, send us your chicken-sized horses and Genti will fight them. What is your pre-workout of choice?
In terms of food or beverage?
I think this probably means beverage, but I want to know your food as well.
Okay, cool.
So both.
Yeah, sweet. In terms of beverage, 99% of the time it's either going to be a plain old coffee, just like a long black, or it's going to be like a sugar-free V.
Okay. Oh, yum.
Sugar-free V's, blue is probably
really?
my favorite, and then recently-ish, they've gotten like the pink ones out and stuff like that.
So
pink one is phenomenal. So yeah,
so
I know.
blue. I need to try blue. What flavour is blue?
It's just blue.
Okay. Is the liquid blue?
The flavour is blue. The liquid is blue.
I don't know about that. Pink's good though.
Yeah, it is delicious.
It's like watermelon pineapple or something.
Yeah, very refreshing, very fruity.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, obviously not necessarily healthy, but like, I mean, it's quick, easy to get in there, it tastes good, and it's high caffeine, so it's all I really care about. In terms of food, depending on when I'm training, I think if I'm training in the morning, 99.9% of the time, it's gonna be oats. It's gonna be some form of protein oats. But if I'm training like early AM, like 6 AM, I'll usually do that fasted.
Okay.
But if I'm training at like 9:30, then it gives me enough time to have breakfast.
Yeah.
So if I do that, then it'll be protein oats, but low fat, because I find the fat slows my digestion down quite a bit. So it'll just be
low fat, like low fat milk?
Yeah, I'll do like either low fat milk, like no nuts, no nut butters, no anything like that. So it'll just be like protein, carb, like fruit, done.
Yeah.
If I'm training later in the day, then it's just going to be an accumulation of what I've had during the day, to be honest. It depends on whether I'm coming back from work or not, whether I have like a quick carby snack. I know a lot of you guys who have seen me compete before know that I live off of baby food when I compete. So just baby food pouches.
Oh, your Daisy McDonald. Does that too.
Straight into my mouth, just so easy to digest, and it's just quick carbs. So I'll usually rely on that.
What flavour baby food pouch?
I'll usually go for the sweet ones. So it'll be some sort of pudding, some sort of like rice puddings, custards, anything like that. That's just like
not like
squeezed
fruit. Like,
I'll go for fruit as well. Like if there's like a, I don't know, blueberry porridge or something in the pouch, I'll just... You're looking at me in disgust. Again, I'm not eating this for enjoyment. I'm eating this for just fuel.
Baby food fetish.
Yeah, but yeah.
Those blueberry oatmeal ones, just delicious.
But yeah, it's either that or have fruit. But if I'm training closer to lunchtime, then I'll just have my usual lunch, which will either be like some sort of salad. If I'm having salad, I'll add some sort of carb to it as well. Or like roast veggies with meat, like anything that I do, I just have to make sure I have protein in each meal.
Yeah.
The carbs I can try to kind of fit around my training a little bit better. So
Yeah.
not too fussed about that.
Very good.
Yeah.
There's a day in her life eating too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Baby food.
And blueberry oatmeal, baby food, and custard. Do you get bluey ones? Bluey custard?
I haven't gotten bluey ones, but they did catch my attention at the shop, so I might.
Oh boy. Very good. All right. Do you have any tips to avoid burnout?
Oh, yeah. I think now that you've kind of seen what a day in my life is like, obviously there's a lot of stuff going on. There's not that much downtime, but for me personally, I have to prioritize sleep. If I'm not prioritizing sleep, immediately that has a terrible effect on my mental health. And so that's the number one thing. Number two, obviously exercising regularly, that does help quite a bit too, but outside of that, just make sure you set yourself boundaries. I think I've been a chronic people pleaser majority of my life, and only recently am I starting to kind of find myself again. And just setting boundaries, whether it's no, this time is allocated for me, and I'm just going to sit there and do things that are like worthy of my time. If somebody, you know, turns up and goes, hey, do you want to go grab some dinner? And you're like, you know what, I don't really feel like it. I don't now find any pressure to say no.
Yeah.
So yeah, just set yourself boundaries and like make sure that the time that you have for yourself is like, that's your time. You are worthy of that time. And if you don't give yourself that time, that's where you're going to start to end up in that kind of burnout phase. So,
and don't feel guilty for having that time too. Like, I find that I like get in, because I'm super busy as well, and I'll be like, not have a day where, you know, I sleep, but I was saying this to someone the other day, sleep doesn't count as like downtime.
No, it does not.
It's good for like recovery and like, so you actually have energy in that, but like, I need my like TikTok time. You know?
Scrolling time.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I need time to, because when you sleep, you don't actually get to do anything that's like enjoyable to you. Like, you don't get to watch your favorite TV show or watch TikTok, you know, or read a book because you're asleep.
Yes.
So you need that time as well where you can just like turn your brain off and just like do something that's like enjoyable to you.
Yeah, and something as simple as like put on your favorite podcast and listen to it even on your drive to somewhere where you might not want to go. Yeah. Like, so just really small things like that where you're just like, you're micro looking after yourself, and they eventually end up kind of being more like bigger things down the line. So
100%.
Yeah.
No, that's a good tip. Yeah. And yeah, make sure you sleep. Like, sleep is a big one.
Sleep, boundaries. That's it.
Yeah, say no to people, sleep, do things that are enjoyable to you.
Yeah.
And if you feel like, make sure you speak up to, like if you're at work or training or anything, you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, like there's got to be someone you can talk to and
for sure
try and like, you know, just be able to have a break.
Yeah, I think for some people, like myself, I very much wear my emotions on my face. So if I'm not doing well, you'll be able to see it. But I know for a lot of people, they're not like that. So if you are struggling with something internally and you want to vocalize it, just find somebody to have a chat to. Even if you don't want to do it face to face, send a message, do whatever you got to do, because that will help take some load off of your shoulders as well.
100%.
So, yeah.
Good tips. All right, these are two that I put in. No one put these in. Well, maybe I could have put them in the Instagram box. What's your favourite CrossFit benchmark workout?
I reckon my favourite benchmark. Okay, let's do a hero. Okay, my favourite hero benchmark.
And then a girl one.
DT.
Okay.
Hands down, I love DT.
Is that 5 rounds?
5 rounds, 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, 6 push jerks. I think it's like 47 kilos or something. Yeah, love that workout, always have. It's just, I get excited anytime it comes up. And then for girls, I'd probably say something like Gretel.
Oh yeah.
Or like, what's Gretel's sister?
Ingrid?
Yeah. So like burpees over the bar and like snatches. Or burpees over the bar and clean and jerk. So something that's fast paced, is usually kind of like my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, my favorite.
Short and sharp. Well, I
Yeah.
feel like all the girls' workouts are pretty short. And
They're
sharp.
pretty short and sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Gretel or Ingrid?
Yeah, but actually even Hollyman's a good
yeah.
hero workout.
That's
The
Wall
it's like 30
balls and-
rounds,
Yeah.
power clean, wall balls, and handstand push-ups.
Oh, that's fun. Is
Yeah.
that 1, 2, or 1, 3, 5 or something, or
I
1,
think
2,
it's
3?
5 wall balls, 3 handstand push-ups,
One
1
power
power
clean,
clean.
30 rounds.
30 rounds.
That's
So it's
fun.
a really fun one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. And what are your favorite and least favorite movements? Start with favorite.
Favorite movements. I'm gonna eliminate barbell out of this because I
Okay.
feel like it's a given that any barbell movement's gonna be like up there with
But
one
is
of my
there any
favorites.
barbell movement you don't like?
In
Like thrusters or strict press or?
honestly, I like every barbell movement, including thrusters. So,
I love thrusters
yeah,
too.
So I'm like,
But I also hate barbell. I love
it's ironic.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll eliminate barbell. Outside of barbell, I love box jump overs.
Ooh, fun.
I think they're a great movement.
Yep.
I love burpees as well. And I do love, I guess I like something like a dumbbell snatch.
Okay.
Something that doesn't require thought, but you just kind of
Yeah.
can like find a movement pattern that works for you and just kind of keep
Go.
breathing through it. So those are all quite nice.
Yep.
Least favorite, hands down, I don't even have to think about this, rope climbs.
Really?
Hate a rope climb. I will always show up on a
Yeah.
day where there is rope climbs because I suck at them and that's probably why I hate them.
Yeah.
But there's just nothing that feels pleasant about a
Oh,
rope
really?
climb. Yeah.
Going up, coming down, all of
Yeah,
it. Just
none
not,
of it.
Not a vibe.
It burns, it hurts. It just like, there's no, like, you can hit one really nice rope climb, then the next one you do will feel completely dreadful. So I can just never find a happy medium with it.
All right, well, we're going to start doing like rope climb events. Every 30 seconds, on the 30 seconds, one rope climb for 20 minutes.
And that's going to be the workout for the next
That's
7 days.
40 rope climbs. You and me tomorrow, Genti.
Done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Rope climbs. Anything else or just rope climbs?
I'm pretty content with most other things. Like,
Yeah.
like there's never something that comes up and I go, ugh, I don't want to do that. It's usually just rope climbs that do that to me.
What about running?
I'll get through it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not like I would probably put it in the category of least favorite. Yeah, for sure. But I can get through it.
Yeah,
like I
whereas
can
rope
I can
climbs are just
slog a
not a
run.
vibe.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do rope climbs. That'll be
And
fun.
running.
And
Rope
we're gonna
climbs
get
and
really
running.
good at it. Yeah, that'd be a good combo.
It is a good
Because
combo,
your
yeah.
grip will get to rest.
Yeah.
And then you come climb up.
All right, maybe next time.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. All right, that's all my questions.
Yeah, amazing.
Do you have anything else of note?
No, I don't think so. Those were all really good questions, though. Thanks,
were.
guys, for asking
Yeah,
them.
thank you for those that put them in the question box. It's pretty funny to read some of them.
And I'm sorry for anybody's whose didn't get answered because they may have been inappropriate, but that's okay. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time or maybe not. If you do inappropriate ones, probably not. All right, well, I think that's it. So episode 8, done. Thanks for joining me, Genti. That was really fun.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, anytime. I think Ben should be back next time, so that'll be fun. But let us know if you want another special guest and who you would want. I just chose Genti because I thought she'd be fun to listen to and talk to. So I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, let us know who you want to hear from. And as always, any topics that you want to hear us talk about. And yeah, thanks again for submitting questions. Thanks for coming, Genti. You're a legend.
Thank you. No, I had fun. That was
See
awesome.
you tomorrow for our every 30 second on the 30
Yeah.
second for 20-minute rope climb email.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think I'm feeling sick that day.
Oh, what? Never. I'll have to find someone else to do it too. Awesome. See you guys in the gym. Thanks for listening. Catch you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.